Oh, okay.
Everybody he fights is like a prospect. His record, like, he got 25 fights, but it's my third fight. It's like a step-up fight. And like, I'm doing that because I'm trying to show him how good I am.
Yeah.
Like, my first opponent, he was game, but he didn't have skills. So I knocked him out. My second opponent, he had more skills, but he was scared once he felt my power, so he was running.
Yeah.
This dude, he gonna come to fight, but he just ain't got skills for me, and I'm just gonna let me show everything I can do, because he gonna come to fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm prolific, so gifted. I'm the type that's gon' go get it, no kidding. Breaking down a switch in front of your building. Sitting on the steps feeling no feelings. Last night it was a cold killing. You gotta keep the devil in his hole, but you know how it goes. I'm front line every time it's on. 100 proof flow, run and shoot pro. 458 drop, playing bulletproof soul. Every few shows I just buy some new gold. Circle got smaller, everybody can't go. Downtown Diamond District, jewelers like yo. Hustle, holla at me, I got Cubans on the low. Through the Cancun, smoking Cubans on the boat. Then dock that Tulum just to smoke. Look.
What up, man? It's your boy A Snow from the Artistic College Club. I'm here with the one, the only super welterweight champion.
Yes, sir.
Ready to live. What's going on with you, sir?
Man, I'm chilling, man. Getting ready for this fight. We just finished up sparring, man. I'm feeling good right now. We got about 12 days left till we fight March 14th. We'll bring home another dub, 3-0.
Cool, man. So, I'm excited about this interview, bro, because I feel like I've kind of watched you grow throughout this whole process, from even before boxing to transitioning into boxing. And it's astounding to me, because most of the people who you fight, they've been boxing since 5 or 6 years old. But you got into it later on in the game, and you've been dominating shit. So tell us a little bit about how you actually got into boxing.
First of all, I appreciate it. Second of all, I got into boxing. I always, was watching and stuff, but where we was growing up at Navy, there wasn't boxing gyms around there, so I didn't really know anything about a boxing gym or how to get into boxing. What happened was one of my best friends, he was in the Army, and he got into boxing at the time. And I had just stopped playing football, and he was just like, man, I've been, boxing, I've been training people. He's like, he was about to get out, he's like, when I get out, I want to train you. I just think you'll be good at it, because growing up, we always get on the gloves, slap box. I done got in many fights, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I remember all of that shit.
Yeah, so he was just like, I think, it'd be cool to train, and we started training, and from his knowledge of being in the gym, he was like, bro, you kind of like a natural. He's like, you learning fast. He was like, you need to go to a boxing gym. So I went to a boxing gym, and it just took off, and now I'm here.
So tell me this, how was your transition at the beginning? Because I know boxing has a lot to do with training and conditioning.
Yeah,
so you're going into the gym and into the ring with all of these guys who've been training and conditioning for years before you.
Yeah.
How was that transition of coming right into it, having to get in shape, having to keep up with these other guys who've been doing it for years?
It's definitely different, because I started playing basketball when I was 5, and then I played football up until from middle school to junior college. And boxing is harder than both of them sports. Like, the conditioning is crazy. Like, I thought I was in shape. It's a whole different ball game. So, I was just blessed to be able to start training with Jamel Charlo. So instead of learning like at the amateur, I kind of always was watching and see how the work ethic of a world champion.
Right.
So I just stayed dedicated and just I never wanted to be nothing small. I always worked hard as I could, and work hard, work smart, and work like a world champion instead of working like an amateur. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I did, and I seen how he worked, and I just did the same thing and wanted to work even harder and just stay with it.
So how has the transition been for you to go from a regular person that everybody know to an actual title holder, a champion? Do your friends and family treat you different? Is life any different for you?
For me, I like saying it's not different,
It's different.
but it definitely is different. But I stay grounded. I really don't pay attention to it. I just, I just appreciate all the love. Like I've been getting a lot of support, and I just appreciate all of it. But my goals are big, so I'm just staying focused and staying grounded right now. So I don't. Sometimes I take a second. I be like, damn, it's crazy. How far I done came, because like you said, a lot of these dudes, they've been boxing their whole life. You know what I'm saying? I started late, and when I started, people was like, bro, you started too late. But now I'm a professional boxer. All them people, they cheering for me, you know what I'm saying? They rooting for me. They surprised. That's why I earned a lot of people respect even in the boxing world, you know, because my talent and my hard work speaking for itself.
So, do you in yourself feel the change of, okay, I'm doing something historical? Because you got to remember, we come from a side of town where boxing is not a prominent thing.
Exactly. Nobody knows about boxing.
Nobody. There's very few world champions or title holders outside of Houston. But A-Leaf is even fewer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
even with the Trollo twins, like, people didn't understand how big they were even at the time in high school. People knew that they boxed, but they didn't understand the severity. Like, these dudes are actually special, been boxing since they was kids. Like, A-Leaf was not on to like boxing. They didn't understand that these dudes was pro at 18. You know, they didn't understand. They've been boxing as kids. They just knew that, oh, they box. But, you know, now it's like everybody is hip and everybody know what's going on. I think that's why, like, everybody's showing me love and like, and it just, I was just a regular person, you know what I'm saying? And I was, you know, so people just, they just know me, and I feel I'm accessible to the people.
Yeah.
And so they just rocking with me right now.
I feel like you are kind of the people's champ when it comes to A-Leaf, man. I feel like
I appreciate it.
you have other people like the Charlos, and there's a couple other people doing it from Houston, but like you said, there's not really many people that we're just rooting for on the level of, okay, this is somebody that I know, I fuck with, I talk to. This is somebody that I see every day in the hood. And you've kind of become this person that a lot of people are like, man, I want to see what the fuck he's going to do. I want to see how far he's going to go. But do you feel like, I'm going to ask this question again in a different way because I feel like it's such a monumental question. Do you feel like you're making history? Do you realize that you're making history at this point?
Yes, I made history when I turned pro and I became 1-0. Because, you know, I don't speak about it, I don't brag about it, but I come from like a troubled past. Even when I started boxing, you know, I was fighting in and out of, you know, jail when I was, you know, my whole amateur career, I was in trouble, you know, getting in trouble, you know, so I come from the streets. So that's why people see me making this positive change and really putting the same energy I had into the streets, putting it straight into boxing. And, you know, it's flourishing. Like, every step I take it away, it's just getting bigger and bigger, and the attention I'm receiving. I'm only 2-0. I've only been boxing since 2016, and I'm a professional boxer right now. So it's bigger than me. At first it was just, I'm gonna do this, but now it's bigger than me. It's bigger, you know, I'm doing it for my family, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing it for the hood, I'm doing it for everybody. Everybody, you know, people reach out to me every day and be like, bro, you motivation, man, it's crazy, like, deep. So it's definitely, they saying me motivate them, it motivates me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that keep me working hard, and I really appreciate all the love and support.
Man, definitely. You know, we all rooting for you, bro. Whenever you need to come back and promote anything, you got a platform here at the Artistic Catalyst Club, you know what I'm saying? But for the people who don't know, let them know where they can get the tickets for your fight, when the fight is going to be, so on and so forth.
Yeah, the fight is going to be March 14th, Saturday night. Doors open at 6, fight start at 7. You can get the tickets, you can either DM me for the tickets, or you can pull up to the A-Leaf store off of A-Leaf Clothing in Kirkwood, and they also do have tickets on hand that you can go there 7 days a week and buy tickets.
And where can they follow your social media?
On Instagram, you can follow me at @ALEAF_Ali91.
Sure, man. Appreciate you, bro. All right.